Yo, 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 what's crackin', what's crackin', what's freaking crackin'? It's your boy Max with Metalrose, back with another video. Today we have something incredibly special for me and hopefully you, the viewers. We have my first ever Victory Royale, which is an absolute astonishing accomplishment for me because I have played over 700 solo games and just now won my first ever game. This is awesome, guys. I want to show it to you. It's not the greatest game, but we're going to go through the gameplay here and take a look. And really quickly, after we go over this Victory Royale, I'm going to tell you about the most OP gun, I think, in Fortnite. This gun is amazing. I recently discovered how good it was, and I'm going to show you some examples of some kills I got and just overall how great it really is. Now I'm going to go over this Victory Royale pretty quickly. There's not a lot of activity that happens inside of it, but it is worth going over because it is my first ever win. Now, one thing to mention here is that I am using the replay feature on the game. I was not planning on capturing these games, so I'm just using replay in Fortnite. It's a new feature that they added. The replay feature has some work to be done. It does not show health bars. It does not show inventory. It only shows the map and the third-person gameplay, as well as you can do some other features like drone footage, slow down things, speed things up, all that. So now that the storm has shrunk in a little bit, I'm going to move up this hill. There were a couple guys up here that I saw some battle going on. There's the first one. I take a few shots, manage to land, take out his shield, and he builds up a little bit. I keep firing on his base, and another guy attacks me here, and this is where I use half of my resources trying to cover myself, just kind of building like crazy. Don't really know what to do. I only had like 200 wood at this point, so I wanted to shield up as quickly as I could. Now that it's pretty uneventful, I've shielded up. I decided to push this guy into the house. So I go in, drop in, I'm looking around. I can hear his footsteps. I think I hear a trap get put down, but the storm is going to shrink here, so he is going to have to leave his facility, and that is when I will get him. I'm waiting for him. All right, so here he is. He drops out of the air, takes some fall damage. I take some shots at him. We're fighting a little bit. He hits me with the shotgun, I believe once there, takes out my shield. This is not one of my proudest battles. Also, the looting is pretty haphazard as I'm in a hurry to get out of the storm. I do miss the scar, but I grabbed the minis. Good to go. There's only 4 guys left, and I'm heading into the storm. Now, nobody left on top of this hill. There is some building going on in Loot Lake. There's a build right there in front of me, and then a build on the far west hill. I get behind this tree, I shield up a little bit, med up a little bit, and so now I pull out my sniper, and I manage to pinpoint the location of the 3 guys. There's one right there, there's one in the middle of the lake, and then there's one who is down at the bottom of that hill to the west. Now that I know where all 3 of them are at, it's time to get into the battle while they are not paying attention to me and they're fighting each other. So I go ahead and build up here, take a little risk. As you can see, I ran out of wood there. I'm pretty much out of materials except for a little bit of brick. I drop down a launch pad, send it all the way over to this guy's base because I saw him jump out. He's no longer in there, so I will be free to use his base for the time being. And there he is. That's the guy who dropped out of the base. He's building up a little brick structure right there. Build some cover for myself. I like to build up one more just so I can edit what I'm standing on because that was his build. Pull out the sniper here. I take a shot, hit him right in the knee, and that does quite a bit of damage. That does about 150. Now, as I'm sitting here, I start getting pushed by this guy. Pull out the TAC SMG. He doesn't see it coming. He dies. He should have timed that a little bit better. Maybe started building a little bit sooner. But I take him out. Now that it's just me and this one other guy, and the storm is about to shrink. So I head over here, start launching grenades into his base, put the fear of the Lord into him, try and take out his base a little bit. He jumps out. He's no longer in his base. He is on the ground somewhere, breaking down trees. Now I'm going to build up a little bit here. There he is. We both have our rifles out. I have a blue AR out, and he's got a scar. I realize right now that I don't have a shotgun. I'm just going to have to take him out with my AR. I take some shots, and there it is. Victory Royale, baby. I keep firing a little bit. Now, I will mention I did not do a dance here. I know a lot of people do a dance when they get their Victory Royales. Me personally, I threw my controller on the ground screaming and then hugged all my friends in the room and then continued to scream for another 5 minutes. So didn't have a lot of time to do a dance, but I did get the Victory Royale nonetheless. First ever, really excited about it. So now let's get into the most OP weapon in Fortnite Battle Royale, in my opinion. This weapon was not very good previously. They did update it quite a while ago though and made it a lot better, and I just recently started using it, got better at using it, and now at this point, if I see this weapon on the ground, most of the time I will pick this up instead of picking up a shotgun. It is what I prefer as my close range combatant weapon. The weapon I am talking about is the tactical submachine gun, specifically the purple tactical submachine gun. The green one, sometimes I will leave it on the ground and pick up a shotgun instead, but if I see a purple tactical submachine gun, from now on I'm picking it up, dropping my shotgun, and keeping it instead. You can see just how much damage it does in all of these kills. Here's the first kill of the game. This guy's running away here. See, I light him up quite a bit there. Here he is. I finished him off with attack, and that's that. Really, really deadly at close range. Obviously that guy only had probably 100 health since we had just dropped, but either way I did wipe him out fairly quickly and he didn't even see it coming. Now things start to pick up here when I go into Salty Springs. I have 1 kill on the books, that first guy, and here is where I typically find a lot of people who are coming into Salty or have been in Salty for a while. Here's the first guy. Take 1 shotgun, miss him, pull out the SMG. This is pretty embarrassing. This gameplay this is probably the worst kill I have in the game. But I finish him off after dealing some damage with the SMG with the shotgun. So I will switch weapons at the end, but the SMG does take out most of a guy's health anyways, as long as you can land a lot of the shots. Here we have our next guy. It's a John Wick, which means I need to get serious. I need to get a little scared because these John Wick guys are nuts. I place down 3 traps on the main floor, and then I find another trap upstairs. I'll place that guy down, and I'll get inside. Now these traps weren't necessarily meant to kill him, just meant to distract him, kind of freak him out a little bit, and make him change up his game plan. So obviously he changed up his game plan. He starts shooting out this floor right here. And he finishes shooting it out. I go to shoot at him a little bit here, but he does build up a ceiling right there. And he starts moving towards the stairs, so I follow him. I meet him at the stairs, and right in the head. It takes him out so fast. Did you guys see how fast that was? It is honestly incredible how fast this thing will take out a guy in the head. He even had some shield on him too. That guy did not see that coming, and he was not able to react fast enough. After a little bit more looting, it is time to head out again. I see this guy sitting right here, not really doing anything. Take him out with the SMG. So that was a pretty medium range one. That wasn't very far away, but it was far enough where a shotgun might not have been super effective. The SMG still maintained that pretty tight of a bullet spread. Could take him out fairly easily with it. So again, another kill with the SMG, and that makes 4 kills total. One of those kills obviously was with the shotgun at the end, but I did do damage on him with the purple attack. So we are at 3 kills with the SMG, 3.5. With the storm shrinking, I have to head into Tilted Towers here. I go into this little truck to get this chest, but I hear a guy coming up on the left, so I pop out the shotgun. Nope, just kidding, SMG, it's way better. He gets me with the RPG really good, but I do take him out. Now I have a gold RPG, but I'm really low on meds. It's time to med up a little bit. I love carrying minis around because you can get health from mini shields really quick. Just a couple seconds and you're already up 25. Drink a couple of them and you're up to 50. And I gotta say, I love the map feature on the replays. You can see all of these little arrows inside Tilted. All these guys who are in Tilted or around Tilted. It is a busy place. I can't imagine what this looks like on the drop. This is late in the game and there are still a ton of people inside here. On the drop, it has to be absolutely packed. So I hear this other guy. I head upstairs here. There he is, just sitting there, and I take him out right in the head. Don't even take any damage. And so that marks the 6th kill in the game, or 5.5 kills with the tactical submachine gun. Now moving along outside of Tilted here, there are going to be a couple more guys that I encounter. I am trying to stay kind of on the edge. I don't like running straight through Tilted. I will if I have to, but at this point I had a whole minute with the storm, so I could take my time and go around the edge. And here I spot a guy sitting right here. He uses the shotgun, but he's really too far away to do much damage. I have the SMG out. I take him out again. I take a little bit of damage. I drink some shield, and we are good to go. I'll grab my SMG again, med up. We are at 7 eliminations now, 6.5 SMG kills. Now moving on, I start to run out of Tilted here. The storm's gonna shrink. This guy right here, he pops out and he scares the crap out of me. And I have my burst out and I take a couple shots with my burst and take him out. That one I was not prepared for at all. I was lucky to have the blue burst out and land a couple shots on him. He did not seem to have much health, but that one really scared me when he just jumped out. Moving on here, I see that there's red brick being built up right there. I decide to launch pad into that guy's fort, kind of scare him a little bit. I drop this launch pad down, jump, and we head on in. Now this was really funny. I was laughing while this was happening. The guy was below me, and I could tell he was below me because he was running around, and he kept pulling out his little paper to edit buildings. So I knew he was gonna edit this staircase and make me drop down into him. So I just kind of stayed here and waited for it. I had the SMG out. I was feeling confident. I had 8 kills, ready to go. And now he's gonna edit this, make me fall through. And so I jump down. There he is. It's John Wick. I take some shots, and he's down. Thank you for the gold scar, sir. I am maxed out on brick and wood, by the way. I know you can't see that on this because it is the replay feature, but I maxed out on materials as far as breaking wood go. I have a gold scar and I have my purple tack SMG, which I love dearly. Now we're at 9 kills. The storm is gonna shrink again. We have 5 guys left. I gotta say, this game, I filmed this game, or I played this game at 4 in the morning at my sister's house. So, you know, like when it's super late and it's like 4 in the morning and you're not on drugs or anything, but you've been up so long that you like feel like kind of loopy and goofy. That's kind of how I was feeling right now. I wasn't in like the best mindset. I probably needed to go to bed, but I wanted to get this game in and it was going really well for me. So I kept at it. There are 5 guys left, and you can see on the map there is 1 guy on top of the mountain and then another guy who's coming up the mountain. And you can see, if you watch closely, his arrow moves really quickly, so he does launch pad onto the mountain and you can hear his launch pad happen. So once I hear that, I hear some fighting going on, I decide it's time for me to push up there too. Now the blue guy did win that fight, so he's the only one left up there. I can see him through the wood, and I go ahead and take some shots with the gold scar that I just got. Take out his base a little bit. I do land one, take out a little bit of his shield, but I see that he has an RPG, so right away I start building. RPG does go over, but believe it or not, I did take no damage from this. And please just ignore this part right here. This is really horrible building gameplay. I was not building a good fort there. I couldn't get up into it, but he does push me from above. Here he comes. He's gonna shoot me, and that also didn't really do a whole lot of damage. For some reason, these RPGs aren't hurting me too awful bad. He has the high ground here. There's really nothing I can do. I don't really want to build up there. I'm just kind of letting him be on top and waiting for him. I try and shoot him out here. It doesn't work very well, but then he decides to come back out. He jumps. That RPG gets me really good right there. I run out of ammo in the SMG. Got to use the scar and take him out. Down to about 5 health at this point, so I got to build around myself and med up. That one was the one that got me the closest to death. A couple of these kills though, I was down around 10-15 health, so I do touch death quite a few times in this game. Now I've got 2 gold RPGs, I'm ready to go. Now that I'm fully meted up, the storm is about to shrink. It is time to move in on these last 2 guys. I have a launch pad, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the launch pad when it's time. Go ahead and put it down. I go ahead and put it down right here. I go, and if you look closely here, there's the other guy. He's standing right on the hill. I totally missed him, and this was huge for me because I missed that guy, and this is what ends up costing me the game. So I land in front of him, but I'm getting shot at from the front, so I think it's all from the front. So he lands more shots on me from behind, and at this point there's just nothing I can do, and he ends up taking me out, and that's the end of the game. Anyways, didn't win that game, but I did get the Victory Royale later the next day. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for more Fortnite news, updates, and gameplay. Keep chugging, boys.